What's up, pack members? It's your leader, Spirit the Alpha here, and welcome to another video. So, this is my first LEGO double review. So, I decided to review these two sets at the same time because they're pretty much the same concept, minus their minifigures and a few other designs or design parts about them. But for the most part, they are pretty much the same concept. They're both cars. But whatever the case, the two sets that we have are Spider-Man Race Car and Venomized Green Goblin, or Spider-Man Race Car and Venom Green Goblin, if you want to call it that, and then Miles Morales versus Morbius. So these two sets actually released a year apart. This is the more recent set. This one released January 1st of this year, and this set released back in February of 2023, I believe. So yeah, pretty cool. So we are going to start with this set right here, the Miles Morales versus Morbius, because this is the older set. But yeah, and just so you know, I did buy both of these with my own money. They're both about the same price. They're both about like 25-ish dollars, I believe. I think that's about outright, but something like that. Anyhow, let's go and get started. So minifigures first. This is Miles Morales, and you guys know who he is. He's awesome. I don't know if this is the same figure that we got in the other Miles Morales set, which for me was the Carnage Shield Sky Attack. I believe that's what it was called. And I guess this actually is a little bit different of a design than the one in that set, but still very similar. So, yeah, not much to say about it. Miles Morales, he's awesome. Always one of my favorite Spider-Man variants. In fact, I think him, Peter Parker, and then Spider-Gwen are actually three of my favorites. I also really like Hobie Brown, aka Spider-Punk, but we don't have a figure of him yet. But still, Lego, there's an idea. Give us Spider-Punk as a figure. We'd love that. And the other figure of the set is Morbius. So this is the only time Morbius has been made as a Lego figure. And no, this is obviously not based off the Morbius movie, which I'm sure a lot of you heard has flopped. Me, I saw that movie, and I admit it's not the greatest movie I've seen. The plot was very confusing, but I didn't think it was too bad. But is it better than the MCU movies? No chance. But I do like Morbius as a character, though. So this is him. This is obviously like the comic book or cartoon version of Morbius. So it's obviously not based off the movie, like I just said. And he has two like blood vials, I would assume. And his design is pretty cool. He has that like dark blue for the chest or his muscles or whatever. He has that vampire cloak thing. I know he doesn't have an actual cloak on, but still cool. And he actually does have two faces. He can either be like just what is that? Just like kind of smiling or smirking, and then the other one he's very angry, like ready to bite somebody. But yep, let me go ahead and put that back on. So as for the set itself, not really much to say about it. You see, he has, or it has the little this part it can move. It has two stud shooters, which I'm not going to fire, but same concept. You just press here on this little button and they would shoot. And it does have like a little booster or energy booster thing. I guess, for speed. Not sure why they did that because it's kind of big and really seems out of place, but still nice to have a little extra detail. And obviously on the front, it has, the Miles Morales logo on the hood, which is pretty awesome. And Miles, of course, can fit inside the car. You gotta take off his energy webs, and then he can fit inside the car, and then Morbius can attack or whatever. I don't know. Like thing is, like this set is simple, and there's really no real theming of it. So just use your imagination. So yep, not much else to say about that. And you also do get two little bats for Morbius's minions, if you want to call them that. So yep, that there was Miles Morales versus Morbius. Pretty simple set. Not much to say about it. And again, this is the set that released from 2023. I believe that's right. So put that aside now. And here's the other set. This is the more recent one. It released on January 1st of this year in 2024. And this is the Spider-Man race car and Venom Green Goblin. So here are the figures. You have Spider-Man right here, and he has a ton of new pieces. Like he has this new web piece, which is pretty rubbery and, well, pretty cool for what it is. You can use that in different sets if you want to. And then there's also this little web piece right here, which can bend and flex. So if you took Morbius from this set, you can have him capture him or something like that, or just stop him in his tracks. And you get the idea. So not much to say about it. This is a pretty standard Spider-Man figure. It is one of the newer designs that we have gotten with in the more recent years. And it's also not the OG Lego Spider-Man that we got from the original or when this Marvel superhero theme started. But still nice to have. Now here's the big deal with the set. This is the reason why I got the set. We have Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, whatever you want to call her. And, I snagged this set or picked it up, I should say, because of this figure. I did not have a Spider-Gwen figure. I missed my chance when she originally came out in two sets, I believe. I believe she came in 2 art sets. Now, there is a little difference between those. The hood is a little different. Instead of, a full hooded hood like most of the this one is actually a different design, which actually is pretty cool in my opinion. And she also has the power tools or whatever you call them, like power launchers or whatever. So you just push that and they shoot. But we all know how those work at this point. They're pretty reoccurring in these Marvel sets. Still cool though. And this is another exclusive figure to the set as of now. This is Venomized Green Goblin. So, it's pretty much just Green Goblin infected by the Venom symbiote. Even his glider, as you can see, is also Venom infected, which is kind of cool, I guess. It adds a little bit of unique stuff to it. Now, I'm not really a fan of the new Pumpkin Bomb design. I feel like the best Pumpkin Bomb design we've gotten was the one from the Web Warrior Showdown, which, by the way, is still my favorite Lego Marvel set to this day. I feel like that would have been better if they just kept that one, but I guess they had to make some changes. And he also has banana peel for whatever reason. And something else cool about him is he actually does have 2 faces. If I can move the gear around or down for a second, if he has 2 faces, he can either be partially infected or he can also be fully infected, which actually is kind of cool. I like to prefer it on the partially infected face because I think that adds a little bit more variety to it. But whatever you want to do, to be honest. And now for the set itself. This is the car. So as you see, it has a much more sleek, kind of blocky-ish design or whatever. Or it's more thin than the other one, as you can see. This one is a little bumpier and actually has a spoiler, while this one does not. It's just almost like a sports car if you think about it. I do like how it has the Spider-Man pattern on the side, and then has another Spider-Man logo up front. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And something else cool is that both these pieces here actually come off because in the back you have Gwen's skateboard, which actually is pretty cool. So you can have her skateboard, which is pretty awesome. And that just kind of fits in the back here. It doesn't really have a special place to fit. Well, I guess it does, but you know what I mean. Yeah. It's kind of hard to get back in there. Well, it's not hard, it's just you gotta fit it properly. And then just like Miles Morales, you can have Peter Parker or Gwen drive the car. Now, unfortunately, only one of them can fit in the car at a time, so you can't put both of them in there. Well, I guess you could. But actually, let's try that. Let's see if they'll both fit if I take off their gear. Let's try it. we'll put Peter Parker in first. Yep, and then we'll put Gwen Stacy in. Oh, yep, fantastic. They both fit. I didn't quite lock Gwen Stacy in that good, but you get the idea. So yeah, part of my verbal typo, they can in fact both fit in. You gotta remove their gear, obviously, but they do both fit, so that's really nice. So, oh yep, I'm just gonna talk while I put these back on. So overall, that there was the two sets. We have Spider-Man and Race Car and Venom Green Goblin, and then the Miles Morales versus Morbius. Both sets, like I said, are pretty much the same thing. So which set do I like better? I can't really pick a favorite. Both of them are pretty decent for what they are. If anything, they are kind of cheesy since like the Spider-Man really need a car. But it's still nice to have these both because you have the normal Spider-Man one and then the Miles Morales version. So if you have both of these and you have like a ramp, you and your buddies could probably take turns like I don't know, like racing these down the slope, seeing who wins, like the best 2 out of 3 or whatever you want to do. But I think the main like joy or fun in getting these sets, what makes them special, is definitely the minifigures, because obviously this set right here has Morbius, which is an exclusive figure, and then this one is actually another chance to get Spider Gwen or Ghost Spider, whatever you want to call her. Like I said, you can call her whatever you want. I just call her Spider Gwen because that's what I first knew her as. But overall, I can't say which set I recommend better or more because mainly the main thing about these two sets, the main deal is the figures because first time getting a Morbius figure, and for people like me who missed the original or their original chance of getting Spider Gwen as a figure, this is another chance to get it. So now I have Spider Man, Miles Morales, and Gwen Stacy or Spider Gwen. So now out I have the trio from that Ultimate Spider Man cartoon, if you want to call it that. Now, there are still a few Spider-Man variants I missed my chance on. Like, I do not have Spider-Man 2099. I do not have Spider-Man Noir, or how you want to say it. So, I missed my chance of getting those, which is sad. But, since we got Spider-Gwen again, that does give me hope that maybe at some point we'll get, Miguel O'Hara or Spider-Man 2099. And then we'll get, well, I guess Peter Parker Noir or Spider-Man Noir, whatever I call him. So overall, both sets are decent in my opinion. I don't think they're as exciting as some of the other sets, but still nice to get the figures that come with them. Excuse me. Anyhow, I think that just about wraps up this video. So until next time, this is Spirit the Alpha signing out. I'll see you guys back in the pack.